Raphael, left foot. Get that left foot down. Give me a slightly staggered stance, kind of more of a fighting stance. All right, see if you can get more of this stock closer to your chest instead of holding it so far out. Because of your body type, if you have to hold it up higher, that's fine. Remember to keep that support elbow up. Muzzle on threat, stand by. Only one round per shoot command and hold it. Shoot! All right, everyone is holding the trigger to the rear, correct?
Yes.
Release. When you feel the reset, do not continue moving your finger. Hold it there. Shoot! Release. Shoot! Release. Shoot! With our tactical reloads, more often than not, we are going to be in a situation where there is still what? Around in the chamber. Which means that if I have to fire in the middle of a reload, I still have some capability to fight. Okay? What I'm going to do in my tactical reload situation, first and foremost, is I'm going to communicate. If I have a team member, obviously there's somebody who I have to tell him what's going on. What I'm going to say is, check! The response is going to be, okay. By him telling me okay, he's saying that, all right, I got you covered, it's good to reload. Okay? Check means I want to perform a reload. Okay is the confirmation you're waiting for before you perform the task. When he gives me that okay, I'm going to come up into my workspace, I'm going to access my fully charged magazine, and I'm going to form this L shape right here. I'm going to grab everything together in this L shape, and I am going to eject the existing magazine, and I'm going to rotate 90 degrees, and I'm going to click the new one in there. Okay? And I'm going to take this one, and where is it going? It's going in a pocket, someplace where I won't confuse it with the full magazine. Back then, or after then, back on target. Alright, do I have to do anything else? No, I got a round in the chamber, I'm ready to go. So what am I going to tell my teammate? Ready. He doesn't have to say anything. He might say check at that point, and now I'm covering his reload. They're called immediate action drills. They're immediate actions because my life is on the line, and if I do not immediately perform this action, I might not be alive. Okay? This is one of them. More often than not, I'm going to be performing a speed reload in a pop dry situation. What I'm going to do in this situation is, and I want you guys to take note of that significantly different feel and sound when that bolt locks to the rear. You'll start to feel it after a while. Any of you guys who've been shooting long enough, you know that sensation when you get that last round and it locks back and all of that pressure escapes at the same time instead of being pushed forward. Okay? So note that feeling, all right? But if not, and I get that second pull and there's nothing on it, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate 90 degrees and I'm looking inside the chamber to make sure I see what the issue is. I got no round. So next, I'm going to rotate 180 degrees while hitting the mag release button. I do this so that I can get that mag out of there with as much force as possible, and then that puts me in a good position to come right down into my workspace. While in my workspace, I'm going to access my freshly charged magazine, and just like I showed you guys before, remember, keep that small finger underneath. The way you access it, based on the way I showed you to orient your gear, should have the bullets facing forward, right? So access that charged magazine, slam it in hard, pull back, okay, it's seated. I got a little ping pong paddle right here. You guys all seen it? I'm going to slap it. That sends the bolt forward, round in the chamber, back on target. If I have to fire off any rounds to finish the drill, pop, pop, pop. And then I'm going to scan. All right? All I have to do to scan is go into my low ready position right here, and I'm not moving everything around. I'm just looking around. And if I have to come up, then I come up. All right, muzzle on, throw it! Shoot! All right, now with control pairs, I will give you a shoot command. You will aim center body mass, and you will have a slight pause, a very slight pause between the two shots so that you can reacquire your sights and get two phenomenally placed rounds. Stand by, muzzle on, threat. Eyes and ears. Every shoot command gets 2 rounds. Control pairs only. Shoot! Shoot! 2 rounds, as fast as our trigger finger will allow. Same as before. Muzzle on, threat. Shoot! Nice. Do not forget to scan. Scan. Contact front. Threat.
Covered!
Go! All right, I am going to call out a sequence. The sequence is the shoot command. Do not wait for an additional shoot command. When I call out the sequence, you shoot it in the order that I called it. The first number shot first, the second number shot second, the third number shot third. Whatever the number is on the circle, that is the number of rounds you put through it. 2 rounds always goes through 2, 5 rounds always goes through 5. Question. Wait for the command.
Already.
2, 4, 3, 2, 4, 3.
Number 3.
Good grooves, dude. Good grooves. You've been practicing.
Is everybody scanning? Did everybody check their weapon system?
Yes!
No. 1, 6, 2, 1, 6, 2.
Hey, you shot my pumpkin.
Thank you.
No.
Alright. Well, say I never did nothing for you. Two to the chest, 1 to the head. Threat! You're going to run the entire drill. You're going to put 2 in the chest, 1 in the head. Stand by. Contact left. Same as before, 2 to the chest, 1 to the head. Stand by. Contact rear. give me 4 directions. We're going to start from the low ready position every time. Left! Right! Back! Right! Back! Then move! Left! Move left! Right! Right here, I am going to keep my upper body, my torso, completely upright. So all of my organs and everything that performs all my vital functions should still be able to expand and contract as normal. Okay? This is my high knee. My low knee is going to be right here. It's also called a seated knee because obviously I'm right here sitting on the heel of my right foot. What I'm doing to support my rifle is I'm putting this big meaty part of my tricep just behind my elbow on my knee. I'm not going to go joint to joint where it'll roll against one joint to another. I'm putting meat to joint where it's going to create sort of a ball and socket. That'll stay nice and tight. I can hold this position for a long time. When I go to a low knee, I'm going to take this foot, for those of you who can't see me, I'm going to take this foot, turn it sideways, and kick it down so that it actually goes all the way back. I kick this foot out, and I regain the same position I had before. This can be a little bit backseat on the knees of the low leg, whichever that happens to be, if you're left or right-handed. So if this is going to bother your knees, anyone, if I say low knee, and you can't go that low, just go to whichever position you can in the sequence, okay? These are all shooting positions. When I get up from here, what I can do is use this thing to counterbalance me. It's got a good 10, 15 pounds on it, depending on the strap you have on your gun. So I'm going to kick it forward, bring my foot in, and I'm going to use it to help me up by counterbalancing the weight on the back with the new weight that I put forward. All right? My squat positions are going to be simple. High and low squat. High squat is if I have a fairly high piece of protection that I have to get behind. Low squat is if I have something lower. Think of it as the difference between getting behind a Suburban engine block and getting behind a Lamborghini engine block. Okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and keep my feet as flat as I can. Obviously, I have to get them wide. Most of you have done a squat before, so you know how wide you have to get your feet. Squat down, get your muzzle on. This is my high squat right here. Your low squat is very simply as low as you can go. Your high squat is about half of that. Depending on how flexible you are, that is going to be different for you guys. When I started out doing the squatting position, this, right about here, this used to be my low squat, right there. Nowadays, that's my low squat. All right? This actually is a really good drill if you practice it enough to build up that flexibility. Okay? So get as low as you can. If you have to, bring one of your heels up a little bit, something like this, I don't have a problem with that. But the flatter your feet are, the more stable you're going to be. Shooters ready?
Ready.
Right!